Good morning, everyone. Most respected Dr. R.S. Paroda sir, Chairman TAS and former Secretary there in DG ICR and Chief Guest of today's function. Dr. H.P. Singh sir, Founder and Chair of the Confederation of Horticulture Association in India and former DDG Horticulture and also DDG Extension ICR sir. Professor Dr. S.K. Malhotra sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Maharana Pratap Horticulture University, Karnal. Dr. P.N. Mathur sir, Technical Advisor, Alliance of Biodiversity International, CIAT, and Dr. Chris Kettle, who is a lead tree biodiversity for resilience landscape, and Dr. J.C. Ranaji, a country representative for Alliance of Biodiversity International and CIAT, and all the esteemed delegates of the dais of this national conference on strengthening food systems through increased fruit cultivation. We all know that the importance of horticulture sector in Indian agriculture, and this horticulture sector has seen tremendous growth in the last one decade, with about 280 million tons to about 367 million tons, and which surpassed the total food grain production also. And in horticulture sector, fruits is also a very strong component, and 86.6 million ton we had production in 2014-15, and in last 10 years it has rose to about 113 million ton, and contributing about one third of agricultural GDP, this fruit production, and roughly covering about 18% of cropped area. So this sector is very important, and today we are discussing about how to enhance accessibility of fruits to the low income families. And with this, we also we have so much of a production in horticulture sector and fruits, but there are a lot of post harvest losses, and that amounts to 30% and to 40% also in many places, and depending upon the fruits, because we all know they are very much perishable in nature. And the processing and value addition is also very less in our country, which is almost about 2% of the total production, which is very high in many countries, up to 70%. In Malaysia, we have more than 80% produce is processed. So that's definitely limits the accessibility of fruits to our country. We have a lot of production. ICR has the priority of not only enhancing production, but also enhancing income and productivity, profitability of the farmers. So keeping this in view, we have a basket of technologies in many horticultural crops, and like with the high, low TSS content varieties, which has more shelf life, and also some of the export oriented varieties, colored mangoes and also colored pulp guavas, which has a very good high demand in case of both nutrition as well as the international market. Now, these technologies, the varieties, and similarly, there are a lot of crop management technologies which are being developed, like high density planting system, canopy management. So, in order to have a climate resilient technologies to enhance the production of the horticultural crops. Now, as far as this accessibility and taking those technologies to the farmers is concerned, we have our frontline extension system, which under direct supervision of the scientific manpower, the education and training of the farmers is taken care of. And in this frontline extension system, we have 731 farm science centers, which are like situated in almost all agriculturally important districts of the country. And through these farm science centers, we are disseminating technologies, building capacity of the farmers. Our honorable chief guest, Dr. R.S. Paroda sir, has imagined KVK as a center of innovation and skill development. And taking his direction forward, we recently revise the mandate of the KVKs as a single window agricultural knowledge and knowledge resource and capacity development center. And in this, here we also imagine KVK as a district level nodal agency to link with all the state development departments with the forward linkage and also backward linkage with the ICR institutions, state agricultural universities, to have a center where there are a lot of knowledge, resources and innovations available, and through which we can develop capacity to the farmers. Now, in this context, I would like to reiterate that IFS is one such technology which we promote through KVKs, and there are about 64 IFS models for different agroecologies established and developed validated by ICR. And we have taken those technologies to the farmers, and the IFS, about 32 of them are bankable IFS projects through which the communities can, if they go for formal credit, they will get that. And in this experimentation, we have also seen that other than income optimization from unit area, the dietary diversity also enhanced because there are a lot of horticulture component, fruits and vegetables in that IFS model. And that increased up to 20 to 25% dietary diversity. Now, dietary diversity is also a priority in another initiative which is taken care of by ICR Agricultural Extension SMD, which is Nutri-Sensitive Agri-Resources and Innovations NARI. And we implement through all KVKs. The basic motto of this is educating the farmers, educating the farm women about the dietary diversity, important of dietary diversity, and what are the elements that human human body needs for nutrition, for desired nutrition level, and what are the different sources for those nutrition. And with this, generally the principle in the villages is what they grow, they eat. There are very some of the areas and low income families, they are not they cannot afford to buy the fruits or those nutrition sources. So what they grow, they eat. So we try to promote a nutri-smart village, in which, like Professor P.N. Mathur sir talked about the Nutri Garden. So we tried to develop a village into a nutri-smart village, where all the nutritional requirements and commensurate to that, the crops and the different enterprises, the horticulture, vegetables, fruits are all grown in the village, and that slowly enhance the dietary diversity and nutrient availability of the villagers, of the households in those places. So we definitely look forward to such outputs of CFI interventions, the projects which are being funded, and where scientists will work on that. And definitely we would like to take it forward to the communities through community-based interventions like the Nutri-Smart Village model. And in addition to that, the KVKs, every year there is a good demand of quality planting materials, saplings, healthy quality planting materials, and our KVKs, they multiply those quality planting materials and they provide to the farmers in order to catalyze the enhanced adoption of the technologies. And every year, the KVK supplied the planting materials or saplings to the tune of 0.1 million hectare. Area is covered by the quality planting materials. Now, that is not as per the demand that the KVKs we get. So, the farm science centers we are planning to have in public-private partnership mode, enhance the capacity and enhance the kind of quantity of the saplings that we multiply. And we are also trying to establish in some of the KVKs the improved nursery in collaboration with the state governments, Center of Excellence. They have Center of Excellence in many places, and we're trying to have a funding support for nursery management and through Government of India schemes, and by having a mother plant and then getting the quality planting materials. Now, in this CFI initiative, the traditional fruits also we will include in our program, and we are looking forward to the collaboration with CIAT and Biodiversity International regarding this. Now, another important thing is that there are a lot of farmers, if they are growing those crops, then as our PN Mathur sir talked about, that if they are not consuming, then what will be the rest amount, or how to manage those post-harvest losses, and how to enhance the processing and value addition. So our KVKs work with a lot of self-help groups and farmer producer organizations. About 2,000 farmer producer organizations are technology backstopped by the KVKs. And we are trying to develop processing and value addition facilities at our KVKs as a center of business promotion and technology incubation center, in support with some CSR initiatives. The proposals are already, it has been initiated. And our KVKs, we plan to support those entrepreneurs, self-help groups, and farmer producer organizations in going into a business and a value chain management of the fruits and vegetables. And now the kind of support they need, like good agricultural practices for enhanced marketability and also export, and the traceability through blockchain technologies. So our KVKs are aimed to provide that kind of support to the KVKs. And definitely we assume that will help them in having greater access, and also greater higher marketing return, and in order to enhance their profitability. In context to that, there are different ICT initiatives that the KVKs are engaged with. One is Kisan Sarthi platform. And through Kisan Sarthi platform, we are providing mobile-based and web-based customary agro-advisory services to the farmers. It's a push and pull. They can call a toll-free number, and we can also send them messages. We have also developed a mobile app through which the farmers can directly contact the experts in the KVKs, and they can also share the visuals of the affected crops or affected plants or affected soil, so that we can give them better advice. And in this context, I would also like to mention that we are now building a advisory management system, and through which the AI-based redressal can be given for better retrieval of those knowledge management system. Indian Institute of Horticultural Research is the nodal institute for horticultural technology-based content for Kisan Sarthi. So we will definitely would like to have some of the project outcomes as a input for that advisory management system. And there is also a plan to work in the KVKs in context with the e-learning modules. And in case of grapes, we have developed e-learning module and gap. And now the India gap has come. So we are all following India gap. So we are trying to establish modules, e-learning modules on different crops, so that that can be shared and that can be accessed by all the farmers or the producers. Now we are closely working on the horticultural crops, and there is one social media application that we very much promote, and many of those horticulture or fruit growers, they are directly related with us in this social media based application, which is called a news bulletin, Pusa Samachar. IRI has started that, and since last 5 years it is continuously being, every Saturday it is aired, and it's a small YouTube based news bulletin in which we cover the improved technologies of crops, including horticultural crops. And these are some of the methods through which we are taking the technologies forward to the farmers. And I look forward to the continued collaboration and association with CFI regarding this initiative Safal Bharat or Fruitful India. And I'd like to thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity to share these ideas. And we are really thankful for such kind of future collaboration. With this, I'd like to thank all of you. Thank you.